So one day I was walking up the stairs and I was limping up the stairs, right? Although I was still walking up the stairs, so I was still kind of reaching my destination, but I was limping, right? And the next day I began to evaluate someone that I know, and they were walking with a limp, which is kind of funny when I think about it, but they were walking with a limp, but they were still walking, right? And I thought on a deeper meaning, I said, what about these medicines are hurting my body? Right? Point. So I was thinking about how sometimes we're physically hurt, and to accommodate, or I don't know how you want to put it, we continue to walk, but then we're not exercising that muscle, so we begin to put more of the weight on their other foot.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah.
How life we're injured, right? We're injured, but there's certain things hurt us in life. We're still walking, we're moving on, but then we begin to put the weight of our injury on something else.
Okay, so you said that you was hurt and you saw somebody else limping. So what was the final outcome of that?
It just made me think how we walk through life crippled.
Okay, because I was thinking a whole nother thing when you brought the other party in. I was thinking you were mimicking. And
no,
we mimic other people's pain, and it's
That's
not
true
always
too.
our pain, but we mimic what we see.
Okay.
Like children, they mimic. They're so absorbent. They're like sponges, and they mimic behaviors. They mimic those cuss words, those attitudes, those anger issues. They mimic that stuff. And sometimes I think in life we mimic people. When we see them, we mimic them.
I began to take some notes in my phone, and we grab onto things and we pick up things as medicine that is hurting us.
We pick up things that is medicine, as in
how do we cope with certain things? Some people become angry.
so
some
what is the
people,
medicine?
The medicine, how do you cope with what injured you? It's negative.
So medicine
Give me
is
examples of what people
a
would use.
copioid.
Okay.
You
know what? This is crazy. This is crazy that you're saying this, because what came to my mind today was actually been coming up in me for a few days. I'm sorry, I ate some onion, so I'm a little perky right now.
Y'all step over just a little bit. So she's there we go.
But one of the things I kept coming up was when you surround yourself with people that are yes people. They say yes to this, they say yes to that, and it'd be the wrong thing for you. It'd be out of season. It'd be the wrong thing for you. It'd be something that you should be changing in life. But you're around people that always want to tell you yes. You don't ever have anybody that says no. Don't do that. Why? Because of this, that. It's not good for you. Right. It's not right for your spirit. It's corrupting your spirit.
But sometimes we accept these people as a form of medicine, and it's having a reverse effect. So instead of them making us better, they're condoning our negativity, and in turn it makes us worse.
You know what that does? It stunts your growth. So you never have a space of growth. I'm talking about in a spiritual aspect. You never have any space. You never have any growth spiritually, because you're always looking for someone to feed into what you should be doing, right? So you have a friend, you shouldn't be doing certain things, but you connect with that person because that person feeds into what you should be doing, what you want to change.
Or they feed into a weakness in you.
Yeah. You know. Oh, or they mirror the weakness in you.
Oh, air high five. Yeah.
That was good.
Hi guys, we know it's been a minute.
You know how people pick up habits? I don't know why this just came to me. A person smoking a cigarette, they pick up this habit, and I don't know how it connect, but it just came to me, so I'm gonna say it right. It soothes us for the moment. I'm dead. It soothes us for the moment. It relaxes us in that moment of frustration. It relaxes us. But it's killing us slowly.
Killing me softly with his song. A whole life with his dad. Killing me slowly with his.
So it made me think about how people smoke cigarettes. And we smoke cigarettes for, well, people smoke, you know, we don't smoke, but people smoke cigarettes for several different reasons. For it's a form of habit, something that we pick up to accommodate, right? Something people do it to relax themselves when they're frustrated. But so you're smoking your cigarette
Because it's addictive.
and it calms you down. It's a mechanism that you use to cope, but it's killing you slowly.
Girl, this was a subject we were supposed to talk about today. Because let me tell you. I was just listening to a audiobook, and he was talking about changing your habits. And he said that people want instant gratification. So you're like, I want that cookie. Well, let me just get a little bit.
Oh,
Just that cookie.
25 pounds.
And then he says the next time you're probably more likely to eat the whole cookie. Why?
Yeah.
Because you fed into your instant gratification. And he says what it does is it releases these hormones so your body gets used to it, right? And it becomes addictive. You get the release of the hormones. You look forward to the release of the hormones. You get happy when eat that cookie.
It's a hormone that's been cookie. That cookie. It's a hormone or an endorphin.
It releases a hormone. Those are the. Aren't
I think
those
they're the same.
hormones?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Girl, don't make me look that up.
I don't know.
Siri.
Hey Siri.
Hi, Siri.
Siri, is endorphins hormones? She probably
Are endorphins?
I won't respond to that.
She told you.
She said I want
She's disrespectful.
rude.
Thank you. Thank you
For nothing.
But yeah, it releases these
Chemicals in your body.
It releases these chemicals that make you want it. You get used to it. And you was just talking about smoking a cigarette. What happens? You get release of those chemicals.
It's a
take that
pleasure.
first-
It's a calming.
Yes,
relaxing.
exactly. Well, first of all, it's addictive.
Right, it becomes
So your body yearns it. So when you instantly take it, it's like your body's like, thank you. You just gave me what I wanted.
What about coffee?
Oh,
I've
yes.
always wondered this.
But why do people drink
I
coffee?
gotta have coffee. Okay, you would like to ask me that
Gotta
question
have
because I do.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
like, what?
Coffee,
drink coffee.
it's
Nasty.
probably not the best thing for you. There's just studies showing that it's not good for your stomach, your little
Right.
belly. Your
Okay.
little belly or your big little belly. However, because I like to do cardio on an empty stomach, I will swig on some coffee, maybe afterwards, but it kind of suppresses the appetite, kind of gives you a boost of energy.
But you just said coffee's not good for you, though most people
Studies have
are
shown this.
coffee drinkers. On top of it, it's a habit that people's I'm gonna slide you over. It's a habit that people drink every day. I have a guy at work, two guys at work. Every morning they come in with a big old thing of coffee and they drink it throughout the entire day. The 10 hours of the shift, they drink it the entire day. Of course, they're going to the restroom all the time. They be like, "Oh, I'm gonna coffee makes me potty." Like they're going to the restroom all the time.
Caffeinated.
But they've been doing it for so many years.
They get used to it.
But it's
why you
harming
go-
their body. You don't feel the effects at that
from one
moment.
glass to another glass, but you have to think about it too. It's like you're not just taking a small little cup. You got a big tiny big juggy jug. So you're going in you're going in extra. You're doing extra. Anything extra is not good for you.
So what's the message here? What is the point?
What is it that you have picked up as a form of a habit? Something that you use to cope as a mechanism to cope. It's good for the moment, but in the long run, when you look further down and you evaluate certain things and you evaluate certain people in your life, they're not good for you. Some of the things that you picked up are slowly killing you. You may not feel the effects of your kidney failing right now, and I'm saying kidney physical, but spiritually, you may not feel the effects of your kidney failing at the moment, but eventually it all will catch up to you. Then you'll find yourself bitter. You'll find yourself angry. You'll find yourself easily offended. All of these things are harming you. and we're picking up things in life. So what I say to you, release the things that you have picked up as a form of coping mechanism. Check yourself. I wrote a Facebook post today. If you're easily offended, check yourself. What is it that I need to do to change this? Read your word, pray. Like get into God ever the more in this season and build yourself up.
And can I also say something, because this is what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about, like, people talk so much about refraining yourself from eating certain things, eat the right things, exercise, this is that. But people don't have restraint on what's in their panties and their drawers. Is that too adult? Okay. Yeah. You sticking your stick in a pool of filth. That's a coping mechanism.
Wait, I think that's another thing. Hold on.